Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gefilte Filter with me, Barbara, bringing you Jewish culture and Jewish news right into your living room. And this season is a special season. We're doing it set in Israel. Woo! We're going to be travelling around and getting to know Israeli culture, Israeli society, and really bringing Israel into your living room. So today's first guest is Irit Mizrahi, and she's
Hi,
here.
shalom everyone.
She's here to talk to us all about food and Israeli cuisine. So Irit, if you could just tell us a bit about what is Israeli cuisine all about and what are the flavours you're really trying to showcase?
So I want to talk to you all today about the celiac community in Israel. The celiac community is people who are not able to eat products with gluten.
Gluten?
So yes, all the bread and the flour, all of these things.
Yes. A wheat intolerance.
Yes. So in Israel we have many people who are having this problem in the digestion, and it's very difficult for them to eat the typical Israeli cuisine. So I want to bring you all attention to this problem in Israel.
Right, I see. Well, moving away from the celiac community, what would you say are the Israeli, 5 main flavours in Israeli foods? I mean, I know personally I love a good shawarma and pita. I know my audience loves some Israeli foods. My son even, actually, he's a doctor. He just graduated from Imperial. He loves shawarma, loves it, couldn't get enough. So I want to know, what are the sort of authentic Israeli cuisines? What is the main flavours involved?
Well, first of all, Barbara, congratulations for your son. Wish of him best of luck. All of Israel wish for him best of luck.
Thank you.
Yes, very proud of him.
Yes,
second of all, all these food you were mentioning, the shawarma and the hummus, tahina, pita,
very
lava,
Israeli, isn't
all
it?
of these foods, it's not possible for eating for gluten for celiac people. We find it very difficult to digest this kind of food, so we do not eat it, and it's difficult. It's a psychological struggle for the Israeli people who is celiac, which is a lot of us, for us to feel, part of the country when everybody is eating food that we cannot eat. It's not fair for me and not for you as well. It's not right.
Well, personally, I don't suffer from a celiac problem, touch wood. But, I hear what you're saying, and it sounds like a real struggle. It does, and I have sympathy with you. But, I want to talk more about, more Israeli cuisine for other people that don't have celiac problems. I mean, I'm sure there's not that many people that are suffering from celiac issues in Israel. Can't be that big of a population.
Actually, Barbara, in this past 10 years, from 2003 to 2013, there has been, almost a double in the amount of celiac people registered in Israel. We went from 1.2% to 1.75%, which is for 10 years, it's a big jump. And this just shows that actually, according to my belief, everybody has celiac problem. Everybody has an inner child with celiac that they must feed it the right food. And the hummus and the laf and the china, it's not the right food for the celiac inner child. Each and every one of us. You as well, Barbara, you have this inner child and you must feed her always.
Thank you.
It's important.
Well, I don't know about that, and I think we'll stay away from the inner child. I think it's a bit controversial at the moment. But moving on, Mexican food, actually, recently I've been reading up about it. It's been getting wide popularity in Israel. I mean, they're loving it. They're loving the tacos. They're loving it all. Lots of Mexican restaurants opening up. And I wanted to know, what impact do you think this will have on Israeli society at large? Is it going to have an influence on people's mentality with food, bringing such Mexican cuisine to Israel? What's the impact?
So it's important for me to say on the camera that the celiac community does not have a problem with the Mexicans. We're definitely, we feel a lot of like they are, איך אומרים, we are like brothers, because we also feel the oppression that they felt, from their leaders.
And what's about the food?
And just because we are the celiac people, we cannot eat these tacos and the nachos because it's all got corn flour, and corn flour is not good for celiac people. So it's not that I have a problem with the Mexican people. I'm not racist. It's about the culture. I cannot live with the Mexican culture. It's difficult for me. But it's not. We don't make a shushu on the television, but it's important for me to say this.
Okay. No, I hear you. So anyway, Next week is the Jerusalem Food Festival going on for the week, and I know I'm going to be there, and I hope to see you guys there, tucking into some nice food. So what's going to happen? What are you going to be involved in the Jerusalem Food Festival? What's the theme going to be? We're all very excited, and I just want to get some...
I'm really, really sorry to say this to you, Barbara, but the celiac community have decided this year to boycott this festival because it's out of respect for me, respect for you, respect for my fellow Mexicans, for my fellow celiac brothers and sisters, because it's becoming offensive, this lack of food for the celiac people.
But there is going to be other stalls there with other kinds of cuisines, and there'll be free trial foods and demonstrations on how to cook healthy.
Yes,
and
we are
delicious
also
food.
having demonstration in the Tel Aviv in the center because to show against this kind of people, because really the celiac community is suffering a very hard time for us now.
Okay, well, I think we'll leave it there. I think we've all learnt a lot today. And yes, I look forward to having you on our next episode.
Thank you so much, Barbara.
And,
thank you.
I look forward to seeing you all at the Jewish Food Festival.
Thank you.
Take care and Shabbat Shalom.
Bye. Shabbat Shalom. Bye.